Welcome to 2021. So, what magic are we going to create this year? Um, what I'd like to pass on in this conversation is just where we're going, what the company is going to be doing, how does it affect you, where our resolve is. We're very focused on this final goal that we are going to become that platform. Watch that video from us that I made a couple of days ago about where the company is going, if you want to know what I mean by that, about us becoming the go-to plumbing company and all the, having all the subcontractors working for us, which is like Uber's the platform, which is what we want to be. And they provide the service of drivers to the client, and everyone goes to Uber. And then on the other side of the platform is the drivers will come to Uber, and you're a merge between the client and driver. And our job is to manage that whole situation. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about the year, and if I can impart any knowledge from myself is, we've had everything. This sounds like an exaggeration, but everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong this year for us. And I look pretty calm and all happy, but yeah, I suppose, how would I say it in a way that's in a nice way to say it, because the stuff that's happened has been pretty bad. Um, you know, as a company, we've been audited. It's all come out okay. Certain areas have been shut down, and then that got pulled out. It's all okay, but because of it, the damage to the company was significant. At one stage, about 70% of the company was the revenue was dropped this year, and then I think we've managed to pull it back up this November. So we went from total catastrophe, almost, well, pretty much come to a point where we had to revalidate the company or either shut it down in about April, May, to we've pulled it back to almost a good level. Um, and not and we haven't hit that phase again where I want to become that platform, but at least we have enough of the business running that it pays your wages, that we have another chance to come in tomorrow and make our dreams come true, because that's what it's all about. Like, we have to make enough today to pay for everything, so that when we come here tomorrow and when we're here in this moment, we get to spend our energy and time to keep creating a future that we want. And each individual has plenty of opportunity here. So if I'm always looking out for people that do get results. So as I speak to different departments, and one guy from another department was like, "Hey, I need more people working with me," and I'm like, "I can give you 100 people, and it's not going to make any difference, because right now with what you have, we're not getting any results. So why would putting another 100 people on make any difference? We first have to fix what we're doing so we actually get results, which is through experimenting, through inventions, inventing ways to, experimenting, inventing ways, and then getting to a conclusion. Um, Again, there's two ways to do that. We can either listen to people's advice, look at how other people have done it, or we can look at what we are dealing with, whether it's, say we're dealing with how to win over a customer. When we look at a customer, we look at what are their needs, what are their fears, what are their doubts, and keep breaking it down to, at the heart of it, what is their problem? So at the heart of it, their problem is going to be they've got an emergency, they're not, and they want to feel better. So if we can start from that scratch, how do we make them feel better? Let's start off with a warm welcome on the phone. And what's their emergency? Do we have the skills to fix this emergency? Yes. Okay, from there, what do I need to do from there? I need to know which plumber to send. I need to know how to book it in. So, we'll start, instead of copying the world, let's look at what we're doing, go down to the fundamental truths that we have, and then work from there. And that's in any department, anything that we're doing. This requires a lot more thinking, than just comparing and seeing what else someone else has done and just copying it and applying it to us. And there are times where that's useful as well, copying good ideas. And I encourage that because that's a lot of what I do. Um, After, you know, complete disaster, happening this year, how did I keep a good, happy spirit, and how did I personally get through this moment and these times was just simply what worked for me was, I was coming to work like a complete zombie. I had no idea what we were going to do next. I was thinking, why am I even coming to work? I don't even know what to do. And I'm just staring at the screen, staring at the paper, going, this is all just, no matter what I do right now, nothing's going to work. And I just sort of showed up, in my head. I heard that story in my head, like everybody that's been successful is like, just show up, just show up. I'm like, all right, I'll show up. All right, I'll show up. Showed up, and this went on for weeks. I probably looked like a zombie to all the staff members that were in the office, just roaming around trying to do something, but trying my best, having these glimpses of hope. Okay, how do we pull ourselves out of this? How do we, fix everything? And trying things out, but nothing solid coming through. And then at the same time, at a moment when really I should be working and spending all my hours trying to fix the problems, I started doing something that I haven't done in a while, which is reading books, listening to books. I don't like to read that much, but listening to books of people that have been in similar situations and what have they done to fix it. And as I read more, I felt more and more of a relief, like, oh, well, I know this is fixable. It's just a matter of doing it. And no matter what happens in life, the more skills and knowledge that I have, I can always fix this and always bring my life back to a good quality place. And so I'm saying all these things, so hopefully this is helpful for you. So at a time, you may be sitting in front of the computer or something going, I'm so busy, I've got so much on, I've got this. And, say you've got an issue with your relationship. You're like, I've got to spend lots of time there, I've got to take him out on dates, blah, blah, blah. But maybe it's a time to just get a bit of knowledge, find out what you may be doing wrong, speak to a psychologist, a therapist, read some books and go, okay, well, maybe I've got to open my mind up to some new ideas, And that's what I've done. And the next thing that kept me happy was, even though the results weren't good for the first couple of months, there was no results to show, and we were just surviving, on, by the skin of our teeth, which was, I was just in creation mode. I was always just thinking of ideas, creating, applying. And if we didn't have the money and resources for someone else to apply my ideas, I was just doing it myself. Majority of them were just doing it myself. And just that feeling of creation was keeping me happy. And then one thing left to another, and before you know it, we've opened our eyes and we're like, hey, things are pretty good. I'm pretty happy where we are right now. And that was towards November, mid-December. And I'm also trying to have just an overall better attitude about life and better perspective as well. So that might have a play to it. And I think, moving into 2022, after the world has been through the pandemic and all these kind of things, and I hope, it was a time for transformation for the world, which was, let's look at things in a different way. What is really important? Where are we going? Can we have our cake and eat it too? So can we, as a society, have all these great things that we want, but also not ruin the environment? And I think we're getting there, So, for example, everyone's staying at home, working from home. At first, there was a few people that were reluctant. Some people were really happy about it. I was totally against it. And now I can see there's been so many benefits to it. So, people are from the personal aspects. The kids are at home. You're able to look after them in the morning. You don't have to travel a few hours. You can spend that time with them. You can cook them lunch. You can do all these extra little things. Have a bit. You shut off from work. You can go downstairs straight away. You haven't got to commute for an hour and a half, 2 hours, which is great. If you use that time effectively, you've got a lot more hours in your day, and you're being a lot more productive. There's probably been 1,000 different things, but another thing I've noticed is the communication part of things, where If we're in a meeting and someone in that meeting has a bad idea, but they're really convincing and their presence is all powerful and they're higher up in the hierarchy, their idea, everyone in the room is just going to agree with it and they're not going to question it. While when you're just typing it behind the screen and everyone's just looking at facts and they're not looking at, how convincing your idea is, then good ideas are winning more. And I think that's good. And when people talk face to face, sometimes it can be very overpowering. People can get offended. And I think, again, texting and over the phone and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't come as so imposing. And I think I'm hoping that is leading to better ideas winning, for all of us. So, yeah, so what else as we're moving into the new world, I think just take it with a big, encouraging, smiling step, walk into this potential, where everything around us that we have known on is crumbling, but every time something does crumble, creates lots of opportunities in everything that we do. Um, Wherever, so we have businesses that are builders and they're struggling with, getting, um, bricklayers. So then we recommended to them, hey, why don't you just hire out these robot bricklayers and they cost this much, and etc., etc. And they did their figure work and they're giving it a go. So, with one, when things are being disrupted, when things are shaky around us, there's always opportunity there, and you can pounce on the opportunity. And back to you as an individual, the way that I look at it is, you've really just got to look at it and really get some results in whatever you're doing. So I'm just pretty much looking at what results you're getting, and if you aren't getting results, you really have to rethink it, speak to people around you, invent ways to get results, whether you're in operations, subcontractors, in legal, whatever it may be. Get results fast. What resource do you have? Do you need to do it all yourself? Can you outsource it? Can you find subcontractors? Can you find subcontractor lawyers? Whatever it may be. Is there a platform out there that's doing it cheaper, faster, better? Can we just use them? Every time you go for a drive, you don't go and build a new road and pave it and spend, 20,000 hours building your road. The road is there, you drive on it. It's been done. So all these new roads and platforms and ways of doing business are being built right now. We just have to find it and ride it and use, civilization's growth and expansion and new technologies, in a new way. I know this sounds very simple, but I don't think so. We sometimes pay attention to, how much civilization has improved, because we have tendencies as humans to see, what we're lacking, what someone else has more of. So if we are doing that, then we're going to miss out on looking at what is there, what is the great opportunities, what is going well, and go from there. Another lesson I've learnt this year is, I guess my motto for me is going to be, get out of my way. I know that sounds a bit harsh, but what I mean by that is, I think I've built my mentality to a point where I can achieve, the goals for us and everyone around us quite quickly. So everybody that, is trying to impede that, whether it's legislation, governments, laws, people, naysayers, haters, whatever it is, people within the organization that are thinking they're, trying to look after the place, but are really paving, out of, they're trying to do the right thing, but they don't know what the right way to do it is. I'm just saying, everyone, just get out of my way. Jump on the train that is us and ride it through. And obviously give your opinions and stuff on the way through as well. What else do I have to say about this year?